Hello and welcome to Coffee with Lyman. Today, I want to tell you about an incident that occurred with me a couple nights ago in the form of a dream. Now, this was an unusual dream. I dream as often as everyone else does. Some mornings I wake up and I can remember my dreams. Sometimes later in the day, the dream comes back to me. Sometimes I have no idea what I dreamt. But sometimes I have a very vivid, realistic dream. And that's what happened a few nights ago. It was a situation where I was going on duty as a soldier. I retired after 22 years of military service, and since then I've had dreams almost every night about being in the military. Not necessarily scary, bad things, just the mundane life of a soldier. Always trying to get someplace on time. You have to be prepared. You didn't get prepared in time. You're not going to be ready when you're supposed to. You're traveling somewhere. Things like that. So anyways, this time I was someplace in an arid area, like a desert-like area. And I was with a few other people. We had this big piece of ground that we were supposed to secure. And there was a vacated building on that ground with no ceiling, no roof, and we could go in it to get out of the wind. Wasn't a problem with rain. There wasn't any. So when I came on duty, the other 2 or 3 members of my team, they were already there, and it looked like they were really in a big hustle bustle about something. I asked, what's going on? They said, over the horizon, up in the air, over the horizon, we saw this big flash of light 2 times. And I said, well, I've seen that several times. And they said, you did? I said, yes, I did. And I reported it, and nothing came of it. There was no, feedback or anything from it. So anyway, later on, during that shift, we were basically taking a break, just lounging around in this building. And I looked up and I noticed there was this very large aircraft, spacecraft, whatever it was, come up over the building we were sitting in. And it looked like it was 100 feet, 200 feet. I'm not a good judge of that, but quite far up in the sky, but not like terribly, terribly far away. And I would estimate it to be the width of about 3 747s, maybe double the length of a 747. And it had incredibly short wings, if they were even really wings. And all I could see is the bottom of it because it was directly over us. I saw it just glide up over us, no sound. And it had little intricate devices, objects, whatever, that made the thing function under it. No lights flashing, nothing like that. And it was daytime. So I looked up at it. It was directly over us. And for whatever reason, I decided to wave at it. And when I did that, this mechanical arm dropped down from the craft into the building where we were. And then from that, a smaller arm came out that had a camera on the end of it. And the camera kind of moved around, and then it was just because it was closer to me, it kind of zoomed in on me. It got up really close to my face. So I just sat there and looked at it. I wasn't afraid. And I didn't do anything to try to detour it. And the camera, I remember a little lens, came right up to me. And then it was like in my lips. And I opened my mouth. It looked in my mouth. And I thought, well, this is kind of stupid. So I took it and I moved it. And so it could see in my eye. And when I did that, it retracted. When it retracted, I saw what I would say is a hologram of myself lying on a cot or a gurney, and I had a sheet partially over my body. When that camera retracted, it was like it sucked in that hologram up the tube with it. And the big arm retracted and the craft just went away. So I cracked some kind of a little comical joke about it to the two other people who were sitting in the room with me. The one I think was like a superior officer to me, a commissioned officer. And the person chuckled. And when they chuckled, I was looking at them and I could see in their profile that, wow, that person looks like my mother. Then I thought, gee, I must look a lot like my mother because that person looks like me. And then it looked like my mother. So when that person let out a little bit of a chuckle, she was looking toward another person across the room, another one of our soldiers. And that person was sitting on a cot, kind of half cocked back, like lounging, and laughed also, kind of a chuckle laugh, not a big uproarious laugh. And I looked at that person, that was my father. And then the dream was over. So later on, I was wondering about that dream. I was thinking about it. I thought, gee, had I been visited by extraterrestrials, and the extraterrestrials set it up in my mind so that I would think it was a dream, but in reality, in sleep, they checked me out? Then I got to thinking, wait a minute. For the 2-3 weeks before that, I'd been negotiating with a company that is an English school online. And they wanted me to make a video advertisement for their school. And then after that, they would, that would draw in students. They wanted me to make some videos and give English lessons online in regards to that ad. So, of all the years I've been making English as a second lesson videos, I've never ever really discussed it with anyone. I've never had anyone critique my videos. I've never had anyone really advise me on them, that sort of thing. I mean, little hits and misses in the comment sections sometimes, but other than that, nothing. And as you know, my videos aren't that popular anyway. So this felt like a real, I get this might be the wrong word, but like an intrusion on me. Like they were just looking right in at my soul, right? Because they were nitpicking away at how I make videos and how to do this, how to do that, what I should be doing in regards to making them a good advertisement video, which ultimately I did just a day or two earlier. Well, that's what I think the dream was all about. The hologram was this company taking my videos that I had made, because they're not out on the line, they're not online for public use, just for this company. The camera, obviously, videos, they were looking at what I had made, and then up close staring at me was because they were really, really digging into what I do and how I do things and why I do them and what I should do better. So the mother and father thing, I don't know. Maybe because I felt like I was getting guidance from this spacecraft, which was this other company, and I don't know what it was. But have you had any situations like that with dreams where they were so vivid and realistic that you just had to seriously sit back and think about them later on? It wasn't like just, oh wow, that was weird, and then you go on with breakfast, right? So if you would, put it down in the comments or send me an email or something, but let me know about your dreams. I think that'd be pretty interesting, and maybe we could talk about that in a future video. But for now, thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to talking to you again very soon. Goodbye for now.